Greetings YouTubers and welcome to Redstone Tutorials Part 3. In this episode I'm going to show you some extremely simple uses for redstone that you can use just pretty much anywhere for, I don't know, cool or just useful purposes. Let's get started. The first one we start with is an automatic door. So I can open it, and as I go through, I hit this pressure plate. That applies an on power to the door, which is of course already open. But when I step off, now it applies an off to that. Get out of the way. Then it applies an off, which closes it. Also, when I exit, on, off, and it closes right behind me. So it's an automatic door. Okay. So this episode, I've actually pre-constructed some things. This is a little house. Yes, it looks ugly, and there's redstone hanging outside, but it should do a pretty good job of showing you some basic things you can do with redstone. First of all, piston door. You of course have one inside too. Second thing you can do is a light switch. See, that pulls back that and exposes the glowstone, which then lights the room. A third thing you can do is have a lockable chest. Now I can get into it, and if I close that, pistons push this forward, and I can't get into it. And honestly, unless you're playing on a multiplayer server, this is really, or you're doing something completely crazy, this is really what you want to use redstone for. But then there are those crazy people, and there are some kind of cool things that you can do. This is an extremely simple piston door. You can see the piston right there. So let me turn off the light, and I'll go show you exactly how all these things work. Whoa. That wasn't fun. I guess that's why a piston door is dangerous. So, for the piston door, first of all. See, I've got a stone pressure plate. This powers this, which will turn this off when the switch is on. Currently, this is on. This runs all the way up here, and of course, powers that. Now, the bottom one, you can't. There's no actual. Oh, same thing over here. This runs and powers that block with the thingy on it. The torch. There we go. That's the name. So it's pretty simple. Oh yeah. There's no redstone on here yet. Okay, there we go. Creepy. So for the bottom piston, you can't actually see any circuitry. That's because it's all hidden underground. Break that. Okay, so the piston's right here. This pressure plate triggers that one. Well, it strongly powers this block, which then powers that redstone. Runs all the way down here. Triggers this. So this will turn off, which then retracts the piston. Same thing over here. This switch powers that redstone. Which then comes over here, triggers this, and boom. So I guess this reveals an important thing. Inverters don't have to just be powered by one source. You can see this inverter is powered by two different sources, and that inverter is powered by two different sources. Okay, I'm just going to leave that destroyed. Okay, next we have the glowstone lamp. That's actually hidden in the roof, as you can see. And apparently there's a hole right there. That's interesting. So this is actually really simple. The lever is situated right here. It'll power the block that it's attached to strongly, which then powers this redstone. Comes up here, turns that on, powers that torch, which powers the repeater, and because the piston is right there, you have to use a repeater. Or, no you don't, but I like repeaters. Repeaters are awesome. And then that will remove the block right there, which then lets the glowstone shine. That's pretty simple. And then finally, we've got this lockable chest. This one is also quite simple. You can see it's just a couple pistons. Dang, that's never happened to me before. So the lever's right here. It'll turn off that. Remember, torches power the blocks adjacent to them. Well, they power redstone adjacent to them. And this is the block right below this, even though it looks like two blocks are separating it. Completely weird, but I said redstone takes up the whole square. So this torch is connected to the lever. When the lever's on, this block becomes powered, which then turns that torch off. Turns all this off, which then turns these pistons off. Like I said, I like repeaters. And then the pistons are off. It removes the two blocks and lets you open the chest. In fact, I can just do it right here. See? So that concludes it for this episode part. It was a short one. Let me turn the music off. So, next part, I'll be telling you how to build various kinds of locks. Simple and extravagant. So, farewell.